Because now you're in a position where you know you can just rinse and repeat and just make a lot of money.
Where I made those changes and I felt like this is a video that's actually kind of funny. I would watch this. Boom, 1.4 million. I had no 100,000 stage. It went straight from thousands to millions, and then I got like 5 videos over 2 million views. One of them, like I said, is almost at 10 million, and it is the same niche that I was doing before when I was filling. I think people really overcomplicate that part, doing this thing. I think if you took that same account's idea and you changed it, you could get double their views.
What, that got your RPM up?
It did, yeah.
That's fucking sauce, man.
It was up to 4 bands.
4K?
4 bands for doing virtually just what I needed to. Not anything less and not anything more. You just need to know what it wants.
So today's video a little bit different. I did a full Q&A really raw with someone that come through my server a couple of months ago. He come through, he just started TikTok when he joined, no prior TikTok experience, and he really put his head down and he ended up making 4K in 1 week on one of his accounts. We talk about so much stuff and you can really see why he's doing so much better than a lot of people. He's also currently top 2 in my TMMB leaderboards. He's smashing it right now. We go over everything, what makes him different, why he's doing so well. He even tells me a few things that I didn't know, so he told me a really good way he's getting his RPM increased right now. And we just cover a load of stuff, so I know it's long, I know everyone's attention span is just awful. Just stick the video in 2 times speed and just watch everything. So there's so much value inside this video. I also just hit 10K, so thank you everyone. I'm gonna do a really cool video coming soon, like 0 to 10K followers to the point I'm making money, which should be out at some point at the end of this week. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it, this one. Anyway, so you're 17, aren't you? You're from US and you come from through the server, and at the minute you're like top of the leaderboards, getting a lot of views consistently. So I guess to start with, like, how long have you been in the TikTok space doing this?
So TikTok specifically, I have been in this for 2 months, literally only 2 months. I had some other accounts back in the day, but the main reason that like I don't count it is because I took this like year-long multiple year-long hiatus of just living life, not even like thinking about videos. But I used to have old TikTok with 150K to doing horror videos, kind of like those analog horror videos back in like the 2020s.
Yeah, so you weren't like complete beginner. You weren't a complete beginner of editing and stuff.
Yeah, that was, I had just tiny bit of editing experience because when I was really little, I also started learning to edit through my old YouTube channel that actually went viral as well, and that was like the start of like this like passion, like this fire. Like from then it went from I don't really want to make videos, I want to make movies. Like I want to go into like the movie scene.
Yeah.
And so I started learning audience tricks pretty young without even making videos. I was just I would analyze, like someone else would be sitting there watching the movie being like, oh, that's scary. I would be like, why is that scary? Like why?
Oh, bro, you're like the perfect TikTok man.
Yeah, so then
The
I found you first, actually. No other courses after not making videos for years, and I joined up just kind of throwing my money in there because I had like 150 in the bank. And I was like, because like the course in the US is 60 USD, so it's like
whose course is that?
a little bit. Yours.
Oh, it's $60. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to buy that.
So where did you see me on TikTok?
I saw you. I actually surprisingly came from your TikTok, even though it's very small. I went from there to your YouTube, and I was like, you know what, actually, I have like a good feeling about this course. 'Cause another thing is like the community in there was just bopping, like completely just helping me out. Like, for me being a beginner and probably being like annoying, asking these like stupid questions, I feel like the community, especially, and like even like the free chats. I wasn't in the premium. The premium's even better.
Yeah.
Every question I've had has been answered, at least.
Yeah,
so
it's active in there. That's how it should be.
It's very active. It's hopping around. I honestly have it just as much for that as for the course. I have it for that, the niches, and then the course. Even though I'm pretty experienced already, the course does have stuff that I didn't know for sure, because TikTok just has these weird little finicky things about it that the other ones don't have. It's like I like how yours is laid out I because within 3 weeks of buying that course, I had my big video.
Yeah.
It took less than a month to get that video is like almost 10 mil now.
Damn.
It's still been actively going up for over a month. The way that this algorithm works, you got to be on top of that, and I feel like the course did a good job training me in that at least.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel
Uh,
like once you learn like the
yeah.
basic TikTok like algorithm, you can just rinse and repeat it. Like once you learn the very basics of it, it's simple.
hmm Yeah, I think it's actually really simple. It's like a sentence long to explain what it is.
Bro, yeah, just keep
When you
someone
post,
keep someone for 10 to
yeah,
20 seconds,
keep
make it
someone on the
engaging,
video.
sorted.
Keep giving TikTok more time to push ads onto people's videos, and
Yeah.
you'll go viral. That's what they're looking for. Just
Yeah, and if you
just
can
try
keep
to
people
hook
on
them.
the app for as long as possible, TikTok are gonna push your videos. Simple.
Yeah, literally, you can have a video with some crappy engagement, and if it's the right type of content, if you have good watch time with like no engagement,
Yeah.
there's a chance you still get 10, 20K views
Yeah.
just for no reason. They you have to think about this thing as this. It wants people to see your videos, but only if it's going to benefit them too.
Yeah.
A lot of people think that it just doesn't want like you to go viral. Like they think that TikTok's out to get them. But TikTok's a company. You need to think about it from a business standpoint. They're just trying to funnel money.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean they I would go as far as to say they don't care about you a ton, but it doesn't mean that they don't want you specifically not like to not go viral. They
No,
they
no.
want
People think they're shadow banned and stuff, but it just doesn't
mhm
exist. It's just the
mhm
content's
yeah.
not good enough yet.
I've even have had accounts because I've made 8 accounts actually, but most of them I abandoned after 2 days, thinking I was shadow banned. But it wasn't until I got one and I was like, I can't like anything, I can't follow anything, I can't like do anything. I didn't know what warming up the account was yet, and I just stuck with it because I was like, why would they instantly shadow ban a new person coming to their platform? So I just kept at it, and that's the account that
Yeah.
blew up. So I mean, you just need to keep going. Like you can't give up and just say you're shadow banned, or
Nah.
you're gonna fail.
Nah, that's
There's
fucking.
yeah.
People ain't shadow banned. No way. Why would unless you're doing like crazy stuff, like the most like violent like fights
hmm
or I didn't even
Yeah.
know, but you're not gonna be shadow banned. All right, so you came into the server, and then in a few weeks you started going viral, and then how much did you actually end up making on that account?
So if the RPM stayed the same, it was around 65, which isn't insane, but the only reason because of audience. It wasn't like that. I had great watch time. I actually had it was a 60-second video, 30-second average watch.
Yeah.
So
What,
so that was
65 cent RPM?
so that was when you convert that into like it was up to 4 bands.
4K.
4 bands for doing virtually just what I needed to. Not anything less and not anything more. You
That is
you just need
mad.
to know what it wants. You need to know what it wants. That's all. There's no like I actually like that a lot of the videos in the course are kind of like short and sweet because a lot of like the YouTube people just say the most confusing garbage and fluff in the
Bro,
middle of it
it's
that
because
does not
like
do any
these YouTube
help.
people, like half of them actually aren't doing it.
Yeah, I don't think any of them have touched it. I've seen people where I'm like, do you even have like a one to browse on or anything?
Bro,
And there's so many of them that will just copy each other. So then you
yeah.
have this huge wave of misinformation. When you really just got to think about TikTok down to the basics. You got to think about watch time, saves and shares, and comments. That's it.
Yeah, like
I
how heavy are you gonna be on TikTok?
So for until this like ban date of like when they think it's gonna happen actually happens, I'm still just gonna keep pushing.
Yeah, shit, I
Like I
forget
don't think
because you're in US. You're actually gonna be
yeah,
affected by a
so
ban.
we're gonna get hit pretty hard if it actually happens because a lot of people that I know that are in this space actually rely on it. A lot of TikTok shop people too. It's kind of crazy. They have the ability to just kind of take away
I
businesses
can't
like
like
that. Just
I just don't see it happening. But then I guess it's getting closer and closer of actually
the
happening.
thing is that the president signed on it, and like that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, but
That
didn't
like
they just say you can just say if someone buys it, then
the thing is though, they're selling it without the algorithm. ByteDance is refusing to sell the algorithm with TikTok. They're keeping the algorithm and selling you this like shell basically.
right?
So someone smart could come in, but they're not letting like Microsoft or any of those companies buy them. They're making it really strict, probably hoping that nobody buys it.
Yeah, that's stupid. I don't
Um,
know. Can you not just get a VPN?
well, they're charging. I think they're fining people for VPNs like
Damn. So
heavy
you're
money.
cooked, bro.
I'm cooked, but the thing I want to say about it is that all the skills that you learn when you're working on any platform just transfer to the other one. Like the reason I was able to jump so fast into TikTok was because I had done YouTube since 2016,
Yeah,
and I had done a little bit of TikTok stuff here and there,
yeah,
and I had done some Instagram, just all the stuff that didn't work out. All of that was good learning. Like I don't regret any of that, even though most of the stuff didn't work. The reason that I'm able to make it work now over and over and over again is because those like skills are genuinely helpful. A lot of colleges offer like social media marketing as a class,
mm,
which is actually where I'm going. I'm trying to do that and then open up an agency when I'm older.
cool.
Either that or I mean, if I keep blowing up, don't need that. I can just I don't know.
Bro, there's so many
Start.
things you like. I keep saying to people, like, if you learn the skill of like organically, consistently going viral,
Yeah.
you can do so many things with that.
And it's big demand too
Bro,
by
it's
companies.
like
A
one of the
huge
hardest.
demand.
A lot of people can't do it. Like people pay a lot of money for something like that.
Yeah, all those ads you see that are just shit. Like
Yeah,
that like it makes me cringe. I'm like I could do that better. And I'm
yeah,
17. This person's like 35.
yeah, and they're making a lot of money.
So,
Like it is an
but
in-demand
like
skill.
yeah. Think like when you think about like if you really like all the things that are involved in your course, all the steps and the modules like you call them.
Mm,
If you learn all of those together, that's literally the algorithm.
yeah,
That is how you go viral. Is once you know all those things put together. And if you know the algorithm, you know Instagram's algorithm, you know YouTube's algorithm, you just gotta
yeah,
tweak it up a little bit.
yeah,
So honestly, if TikTok gets banned, I'm ready to hop back over to YouTube. That
yeah,
that would be where I would go.
yeah,
Long
yeah.
form
Cool,
YouTube videos. So,
nice. So
because I love editing.
yeah, I mean,
That's my
like,
thing.
there's so many, like, you go long form and, like, on YouTube and actually make really, really good money. Yeah, so we spoke a little bit about it, but when when you say, like, what makes you different, you said a lot of it's the editing, and you do that, you go that extra step to just tweak the editing.
Yeah, my editing. I'm not gonna give away my pages,
Nah,
unfortunately,
nah,
but
obviously.
um, but my editing is just so different
Mm,
in quality. Like it's so visibly different. And I don't want to say better. The way I would word it is you can tell more time was put into it.
yeah,
Like it's it's just when you look at it, it almost makes you like it's like second guess like why does it look like this? And I literally get comments like why is this like well made type of stuff
yeah,
because the thing is the premium niches focus a lot around like a lot of faceless stuff obviously and you can do that pretty fast just
mm,
going into CapCut throwing some pictures in throwing in some animation some effects and some transitions and quoting it with some captions that you didn't even edit but if you do that same thing but you add another hour where you go through each individual one of those steps and you make it something you would watch people watch it it's you can see it noticeably if you're someone who's uploaded a lot of videos which I have now in my like 2 months of TikTok I've probably uploaded 200 or 300 videos on
yeah,
different accounts. I've gone like over 10K on 5 accounts, and then over 100K on this will be
yeah.
three. This is the third one, the one that's in the leaderboard right now.
Yeah, I mean, you're killing it. So you're the same as me, where it's like quality over quantity, like 100%. Like I see
Yeah.
people saying to me they're posting like 4 or 5 times a day. It's like, bro, if you've got the time to do 4 or 5 videos a day on like 3 accounts, they're probably not the best videos unless you've got like 5 hours just pure work.
Yeah. Which I did have at one point, but it's like I think it's better too if you have a following to let those people kind of like marinate in your work a little bit before you just shove more content in their face. Like I feel like I've lost followers before by posting too much when I did have more free time because I've always posted these high quality content videos. That's always been my thing since I started. But back then I was posting like you said two to four a day because that was when I was off of school for a little bit. So I was doing like just so much. I was probably putting like over a full time job, like worth of hours a day into TikTok.
Yeah,
Like that, and that's just first of all burnout, creative burnout, easy. That took like a week for me to just be sick of it. It's not fun anymore. And then when you look at the views, each post that you uploaded that day gets a little bit less views.
yeah,
I think that's a proven thing. Would you say that?
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
like
I
I
feel
think
like they have something in place
that's
against
why
that.
they've just brought out and they're saying they're only going to pay like 30 videos a month, and then it will start dropping the
Right.
RPM. They want
Hmm.
quality over quantity as well.
That's actually that's the whole reason they made this program,
Yeah,
the 1 minute thing. That I think they're starting to realize that their app is turning into Instagram Reels. I think that they would rather be YouTube. Like
yeah,
I think we're gonna pretty soon see like at the top with like the shop and everything, there's gonna be like a long video section and it's gonna be like landscape. You have to pay
yeah.
for
I
that
mean,
or something.
they brought out the landscape, didn't they? But it's just not like
Hmm.
they haven't really pushed it too hard yet. But they'll definitely
Yeah.
they're just moving towards like adverts on top and on the bottom of videos and in the middle of videos, same as
Yeah.
YouTube. But like it's
I've seen an ad in search, which I had never seen before. I should have screenshotted it.
oh
But I
yeah, I think
searched
I have as well.
I searched something and I saw like an ad to a link and I was like, what the? It
Yeah,
was weird. So they're definitely trying to make like an obvious change to how the content is made. And I think in the same way that you follow the algorithm, you should follow TikTok because you're kind of catering to them a little in a way. Like you're kind of at their mercy. They can do whatever they want to your accounts and stuff.
yeah,
So to survive, it's kind of like fighting for it
yeah,
because they put a lot of obstacles in your way, and I think that TikTok actually puts more than other ones.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah, definitely.
TikTok also has the most rewarding views. Like I
Mm.
for sure for like compared to YouTube views, it's like so easy to get a million. Like because I've got a million on YouTube, and that is like a way bigger thing to hear, which is just really weird to think about because like, it's probably the same amount of people on both of the platforms, but the way they run it is just that little bit different to where you have to learn that extra tweak. And I think that's just how you learn. I think it just takes time.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
I think it takes a long time, actually. I don't think I also see a lot of people. I get a lot of DMs that I unfortunately am not very good at answering. 'Cause,
Bro, I bet you get spammed with DMs.
yeah, I have 65 message requests right now, but
Long. That's because you're
I
always on
haven't
top of the
got to it.
leaderboards. Everyone sees you and wants to know what's going on.
Yeah, yeah. I try to respond the best I can, but like, sorry if I didn't see your message. That's my fault.
Um,
I like I said, I'm always making videos when I'm on my
yeah.
computer.
No, I mean, like, to be fair, like you said you locked in for like a week and did like long shifts, but it's paid off in the fact people think it's going to happen so easily, but you do have to actually learn a few skills and
Yeah,
put in the hours because now you're in a position where you know you can just rinse and repeat and just make a lot of money. As far as like a lot of these people are in here that have come in like after a month or they've been trying for a little bit, just learning off YouTube and stuff. Like, what would you say for them to focus on to really start like bringing in the views and start building pages? What's the biggest thing?
If you've been consistently going for a month and you haven't seen anything, I'll actually give you a little bit of different advice than what I keep hearing about switching the niche. I think what you should do is build on your niche. I don't think you should try to restart. I don't think you should try to make a different account. I think you should take your niche because you chose your niche for a reason. There's obviously potential because you chose the niche looking at it being like, wait, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So if it's not quite there yet, that means it's just not good enough yet. It doesn't necessarily mean it's trash. Like, I see a lot of people completely restart, like from scratch, and I'm like, you can leave your stuff up. Like, the most important thing that you can do as a creator is like try. I don't really know how to put this into words. Try to try to be humble.
Yeah.
Try to look at my video and be like, wait, that's not a very good video. I probably did me, or it made it a little bit silent, like too much silence, or like there's all these little tiny things. Like, so there would be sometimes where I'll like, I also hyper focus on my end results every time. So I actually usually don't have any like mess ups in my videos unless it's on purpose. But I get really paranoid that I'm messing something up. So I'll watch my videos back like five five different times and then re-render it and
Bro,
delete the other one
you're actually like
oh my,
a perfectionist, aren't you?
a little bit. And what's
Yeah.
funny is that you should see my room. It is a explosion of a mess. It's like I'm not a very organized person, but for whatever reason my brain just kind of clicks with this.
Yeah.
And that's why I think that I think it's cool that I'm able to do this because I think it's giving me hope that like in my future I'll be able to do bigger things, or I'll be able to expand this into something like you have, like a kind of like an established like personality in like a big community to where
Yeah.
you can open up a course and
Yeah.
you can learn how to run a course and you can build on that in the same you learned, because I'm sure when you started this course it was kind of a similar struggle, like where do we get the people and stuff. Like I think a lot of people also probably try courses from your server. I'm sure there's tons of people in there. I haven't like went and looked, but I'm sure like half of them have courses in their bios. I think you can apply the same learning strategy to any sort of like online business.
Yeah.
I think all of it is all this uncharted territory. And I think all of it is stuff that you should be studying as if you're in school. I think you should be learning and taking every single thing that you do, no matter what you're doing to try to make money, and seeing what you can improve on it. And it
Yeah.
just becomes it becomes exponential growth in your quality on
Yeah.
whatever you're doing, because a lot of people will really just sit there and just be like, it's good enough, but it's not getting views, instead of thinking about it that other way. And
Yeah.
I think that's probably what's stopping people at that 1 month mark,
Yeah.
because I was getting very frustrated too. I was averaging like 1 to 5,000 views on each video. And then I did what I said. I sat there and I said, so why aren't these videos getting views? Like, I'm gonna not accuse the algorithm for a second. Why aren't they getting views?
Yeah.
Like, and I went back and looked, and I noticed some things. I switched that up, and I switched up the sub niche, because I kept the same niche in that next video where I made those changes, and I felt like this is a video that's actually kind of funny. I would watch this. Boom, 1.4 million. I had no 100,000 stage. It went straight from thousands to millions, and
Yeah.
then I got like 5 videos over 2 million views. One of them, like I said, is almost at 10 million.
Damn.
And it is the same niche that I was doing before when I was filling for that whole time. Oh, another thing I think that I meant to mention at some point is I think people put too much emphasis in niches. I would say that. I think you can make anything go viral if you have the right
Bro, 100%.
stuff in
I
it.
say this to everyone. Like, learn the content skills. You can do any niche.
Yeah, people are like, I just can't find the right niche, and I've been trying this for like a month. Like I feel like that's who you're probably talking about. It's probably the people who are saying like, can you give me niche ideas?
Yeah.
I think people really overcomplicate that part. You do a good job in your course making it very simple. Like you're looking at this, you look at this list of things that like ChatGPT just made for you. What would you watch? Like I think that's a good way to look at it because I think that when you leave it that broad and you don't try to add extra steps of being like this is the perfect niche because it performed this many views last month for this one account
Yeah.
doing this thing. I think if you took that same account's idea and you changed it, you could get double their views.
Yeah.
So
No, I
yeah.
100% agree. I think like you literally can do any you can make anything go viral if you know what you're doing. You learn the
Mhm.
content skills. Like people stress so much trying to find like the perfect niche. But there is no like you can find stuff that's really trending obviously, but you can't rely on like something being always really trending because it's just not going to be long term. So what are
So
you going to win the leaderboards?
I'm praying. Luca scared the shit out of me. I was like, I got this in the bag, and then yeah, but yeah, the second I this call, I'm about to go make some more bangers.
Yeah. Yeah, go
The
on.
way that I got my RPM up is literally just adding hashtag USA at the end. Like
What, and
it's a
that got your
weird.
RPM up?
It did, yeah, five
That's
cents.
fucking sauce, mate. You actually
Because
reckon that's why?
yeah, it moved the audience to USA. I mean, like it by like the next day, it had gone up like a decent percent, and I was like, wait, what? That actually worked. And then I added the next video. I did that same hashtag USA with a Los Angeles location added to it, and then even though I live in the U.S., I don't live in Los Angeles. But the next couple days, all of the locations in the like suggested ones when I was going to post a video would be Los Angeles places.
Oh, really?
And then I started seeing that there was uh a big like when you press on like the little arrow by the USA on the locations, it was a lot of Los Angeles. So there's things you can do with SEO that people are really sleeping on. Like
Yeah.
really sleeping on. I would say the account I'm doing right now relies just as much on its SEO as its For You page
Yeah,
right
because
now.
you know TikTok's moving heavy towards SEO and like
Mm.
search terms as well. Like the whole new
And no
algorithms
one's
all
talking
really
about it.
pushing search terms.
No one's talking about it. How the difference in how much tags are like starting to affect your videos. Like I do 6 tags per video, which is a little bit. Most people do 5. I do 6 because I always add a really really broad one, not like a For You page, but like the broadest version of my niche. At my account, you would see there's one tiny thing that's different on each video, and each one of those I look at that and I say, so this works and this doesn't work, and so the next one I just add on to that, and then like I said, it starts going viral again.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Honestly,
I feel like the news niche is so good because TikTok are starting to push search terms. So if you've got constantly
yeah,
trending stories, I feel like that's just gonna bang all the time.
yeah. Just make sure that you're proud of your content. Don't be posting those stupid uh red and blue stuff.
Would you
You
rather?
gotta yeah, the would you rather. I don't even remember what it's called. It's so like forgettable. You gotta stick out. You gotta stick out. It's gotta be original. You gotta have no competition
Yeah.
or like 2 people. You need to be there first. You need to be running there like a news reporter running into the scene.
So yeah, in summary, good editing, quality over content, make every video better than the last, and it's easy after that. Like you learn the skills and you get there.
And it pays off because then that, week of me spending my entire life editing and stuff gave me all these things I could just reuse. That's another thing. When you're editing, you should be reusing stuff just in a very like unnoticeable way.
Yeah.
Speeds up your time. Great, man. Yeah, I'm glad I could help. Thanks for having me on.
It's alright.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll totally down to
you
do
think
another one, like I said.
you think I should get a mullet?
Yeah, I think you'd rock one.
You reckon?
I just got a haircut. I mean, I actually have a pretty big fluff ball in my head usually, but
Yeah.
I got a haircut like 2 days ago.
Yeah, bro, I might
But
get one.
yeah, okay. Well, probably it's different for you because you're older, but for us little kids, we still like mullets.
Little
So
kids,
yeah,
I ain't that
you gotta
old,
bring
bro.
you gotta bring that over there. Start the trend for
bro, bro said
credit me.
little kids, acting like I'm 40 years old. Jesus.
It feels like it because like I'm in my
Fuck.
parents' house
Feels
and stuff.
like it.
Yeah.
Bro, that's
It's
alright.
like you feel like the wizard. I'm like you're like Gandalf. I'm like Bilbo. Mm.
Alright, bro, yeah, this is cool. Like,
Anyway, yeah, that was been fun. Thanks for reaching out. This is cool.
yeah, nah, no
Coolest thing
worries.
I've done in sick.